What's going on, y'all? Forward Fabian, man. We're back with a reaction to crazy TikTok facts. Be sure to check out my TikTok playlist. Got a few of them in that playlist. Link provided in the description down below, as well as pinned in the comment section, man. Let's get it.
Here are some facts that you probably didn't know that one day could save your life. If your house smells like fish for absolutely no reason, 9 times out of 10, it means that there's an electrical fire. If someone gets stabbed, do not take the knife out. It acts as a plug to the hole and prevents blood loss. Apply pressure to the wound and call the police. If you ever come face to face with a mountain lion, don't turn.
That last one's common knowledge, man. I don't know. Maybe there's some folks out there who probably be too ignorant to understand that. But you would think at this point in time you've seen enough movies to where you like, okay, if I take this knife out, they're probably going to bleed to death. But countless movies, countless TV shows, you kind of see both sides of the coin. People taking out the knife, the person dies. People are actually educated enough to not take out the knife, realizing that it'll prevent further blood loss.
Your back on it, just walk backwards. Cats are ambush predators, and they'll wait for you to turn around before they attack. Just walk backward. If you ever come face to face with a mountain lion, don't turn your back on it, just walk backwards. Cats are ambush predators, and they'll wait for you to turn around before they attack. If you're ever being held up at gunpoint, look the person dead in the eyes and say, "You don't have to do this." Humanize them. They will have feelings, and you can use this to your advantage. The best defense against a bear is to get a large object like a car or a tree and put it between you and the bear and keep moving around it until it gets bored and leaves.
Come on, man. How many cars are you finding out in the woods that you could just put between yourself and a bear? Trees, now, I don't even know about that one, right? Because you go up a tree, a bear gonna climb it. You circle around the tree, a bear gonna have fun and keep chasing you. You know, like, both of those options sound pretty useless, to say the least. A bear is the one animal that me personally, I wouldn't want to be caught dead alone with. Scratch a tiger, scratch mountain lions, whatever it may be. Bears are just different, man. And I said this in the last reaction because there was like a bear concept in that video, but bears are the only predator that's going to eat you alive. 9 times out of 10, all these big cats, these wild cats, right? They kill you. They go for the jugular. They kill their prey before they start consuming it. Bears, on the other hand, a bear is going to start taking chunks out of you while you're screaming. You know what I'm saying? While you're pretty much screaming for your life. So that's the difference. They're different, man. Bears are different.
Weird facts that you'll wish you never knew. Humans lose 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells every single minute. In theory, a slug could have 90,000 grandchildren and 27 million great-grandchildren if they all survive. A 10-second kiss with somebody exchanges over 80 million bacteria. And the odds of you finding true love are actually pretty low. The mathematical odds of you finding your soulmate are 1 in every 10,000 lifetimes.
Bruh.
Here's the only...
Soulmates don't exist, in my opinion. You make it work with somebody you care for. That's all it may be. I mean, look at, and to that fact, look at the divorce rate nowadays. You know, people aren't getting married. Less and less children are being born. So at that point in time, you realize that there's a lot of friction in the dating marketplace.
Way to survive a falling elevator. Some people think that if you jump just before impact, then you won't be affected. However, this is not true. Let's say the elevator was falling at a speed of 70 miles per hour, and you can only jump up at 5 miles per hour. You'd still impact the ground at 65 miles per hour. So here's the real way to survive a falling elevator. You should lie as flat as possible so you distribute the force of impact over the greatest area of your body. Therefore, no one part of your body is subjected to extreme force. But remember, modern elevators are equipped with great safety features, and the chances that you're killed by an elevator is 0.000000015%.
Yeah, right.
Not so fun facts that will ruin your day. After you die, your brain remains...
Imagine that if an elevator just smashed and hit the ground going 70 miles per hour, man, you lay flat, your body would be obliterated.
active for up to 10 minutes, but in your head those 10 minutes can last years. And it is said that in those 10 minutes you live your life again. Maybe you are already dead and you are in those 10 minutes. It was legal to mail children in packages from 1913 to 1920. The youngest girl to ever give birth was 5 years old.
What?
Just imagine the pain.
Here's 4 scary things about planes pilots won't tell you. Between 43 and 54% of pilots have admitted to falling asleep at the controls. 33% of them then stated that they woke up to find their co-pilot asleep too. Some airlines are flying with less than recommended fuel levels in an effort to save money. And finally, passengers who sit more than 5 rows from an exit have greatly reduced chances.
Imagine that. Some airlines are flying with less than recommended fuel levels in order to save money. Goes to show they really don't care about y'all's life out here, man. They're just playing with your life. That is the craziest fact. That is a crazy fact. To save money. Man, we live in a circus, y'all. We live in a circus.
Money. And finally, passengers who sit more than 5 rows from an exit have greatly reduced chances from evacuating a plane during an emergency.
Here are some facts that you were never taught that could legitimately save your life one day. So spare 60 seconds and listen the fuck up. If you ever find yourself grabbed by an octopus, and I'm never going to the ocean again, don't try and pry him off of you. Don't be stupid, it has more arms than you, you're gonna lose. What you can do is try and knock him off his anchor point. Because to be able to pull you down, it'll have to be holding on to something, a pipe, a rock. Get him off that, he will have to let you go and then you swim. If you were ever getting chased by an alligator, shit luck, bye. I'm kidding, running zigzags. They a bit stupid. If you were ever lost in a wilderness, find a river and follow it downstream. It will lead you to civilization. If you currently live in a climate which is like very cold, always keep a candle in your car. The heat from just one candle will keep you from freezing for 36 hours. Till you get rescued if you're broken down somewhere. If you need to get out of a car, use the poles of the headrest. They're designed to smash. Finally, don't drink from the brown coconuts, only drink from the green. Let's make it. If you didn't know any of these, you have to share it.
Must be a very important fact since we've heard it twice throughout the time of this video. Any wild cat, don't turn your back to it. They're gonna go for the jugular.
Here's some not so fun
That's
facts
a random
to ruin your
fact.
day. Fatal insomnia. That exists. It's a disease that slowly destroys your brain's ability to fall asleep until you go insane and die. There's a whale nicknamed the loneliest whale on the planet because he sings at a certain frequency.
I don't think people, if you never really experienced insomnia, I don't think people really know how brutal that is. And I'm just keeping it 1,000. Like, there's been, I think the longest I've gone without sleeping is like 3 to 4 days maybe. And man, you do start hallucinating. Like, you can barely keep your eyes open. You start seeing things. But man, it's a weird feeling once you finally fall into that sleep because it's a weird kind of sleep. It's like you're immediately just absorbed into the dream world. Talking about just like immediately you pass out.
That he can't even communicate with the other whales. So whenever you get a sunburn
Free
from
Willy?
being in the sun too long, it's because your skin cells are actually committing suicide to avoid becoming cancerous. So, by that same logic, when you do get cancer, it's because one of your cells was too much of a pussy to kill itself.
That's the
Bone-chilling
finesser.
facts you wish you never knew, part 13. You are most likely to be murdered by someone you trust, so be careful who you trust. Out of all the people you see, meet or interact with, 1 or more have murdered someone. You are 5 times
Ain't
more
no
likely
way.
to have an accident walking up and down the stairs than by riding in an elevator. If you get your head decapitated, your brain will stay active for about 15 seconds. 1 out of 20 people you know are capable of becoming serial killers.
Here's the only way to survive a tsunami. For the second time, run the other way. Try and get at least 4 kilometers from the ocean. If you can't do this in time, try and get 30 meters above sea level. Try to get to the roof of a building with a sturdy concrete foundation. Now, if you can't run away in time or get to the roof of a building which is 30 meters above sea level, grab something and hold on to it. Many tsunami victims have been saved by holding onto something, such as Petra Nimkova, a supermodel who was saved by holding onto a palm tree. Once the first wave settles, stay in a safe spot. Typically the first tsunami wave isn't the strongest.
Morbid Facts, Part 87. In August of 1864, President Lincoln lost his hat when his horse was startled by a loud noise. The hat was recovered later with a bullet hole through the crown. The loud noise was apparently an assassination attempt by an unknown sniper. Ella Harper was born with an extremely rare genetic condition that curved her knees in the opposite direction. She was popular in sideshows and was known as Camel Girl because she preferred to walk on all fours. In 2009, Moscow native Julia Popova was stabbed in the neck by a mugger. But she was in so much shock that she walked home without even realizing that the knife was embedded in her, just millimeters from her spinal cord. She spent over an hour with the blade in her back before she went to the hospital.
See, that's why they say don't remove the knife. There you have it. Crazy TikTok facts, man. And a lot of these could actually help with saving your life. Some of them, who knows? All right, we're going to go ahead and end the video there. Man, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. We'll see y'all next time.